Heat waves and cold fronts. That is the subject, or multiple subjects, of this week's Weather 2020 Intelligence Report. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with Weather 2020. The river of air above us is cycling regularly, and it allows us to have a blueprint of what's going to happen in the weeks and months ahead. Let's take a look at this forecast for the next few weeks. All right, we'll start by looking at our chart here. This is the Weather 2020 Intelligence Report, July 7th, 2026. All right, take a look at this. This is what's forecasted to develop in the next week. A big anticyclone or heat wave creating machine. As you can see here, the flow around these anticyclones, which is the opposite of a storm system, is clockwise. Now around the dome, we have what's called the summer monsoon. And the heat wave creating machine will produce tremendous heat, but around it, moisture from the Gulf of Mexico plowing into the Mexico mountains and then sending thunderstorms and moisture into the southwest United States produces rain in the deserts at this time of the year. And some of these disturbances will rotate around the storm, the anticyclone, the opposite of a storm, and interact with the jet stream. So very interesting to say the least, as you can see there. So let's go look again at this. This is what's setting up now, and I'm going to take you through it. All right? Let's go analyze the pattern that is developing right now. Again, here is the anticyclone right here. This is for this Saturday coming up, July 11th. All right? There's the anticyclone. Around it already, a disturbance with thunderstorms across Iowa and Illinois, tracking southeast. And this is going to suppress activity, except for way down in southern Arizona and southern California. Some thunderstorms are possible over the mountains and deserts primarily. By Monday, around the 13th of July, look how strong this upper high gets. It's a 600 high. That would normally be the beginning of a major heat wave. However, the LRC allows us to know this is going to shift west and quickly. But this is going to build some heat over the plains. Look at the anticyclone. The jet stream's way up to the north. So moisture is coming in to the southwestern United States. By a week from Friday on the 17th, the anticyclone shifts west, and there's a hurricane forming south of Baja, California, and a flow out of Canada around this storm system. So all of a sudden, the upper high, the heat wave creating machines out west, that's a problem for Bakersfield, for Napa Valley. So it's going to heat up. While they're heating up and sizzling out west, there's the hurricane. This is the surface forecast for late next week. Look at this cold front stretching across down to Oklahoma and Arkansas. It's going to stall, but where? And look at how this flow and the isobars are real close together. It's an easterly wind. Could lead to some thunderstorms in Colorado where they really need it. And you can see much cooler air. These low pressure areas are not right. I should have had those on there. Anyway, Sunday, July 12th, temperature outlook. Look at the heat up here. 110 degrees over North Dakota is possible. Extremely humid along the Gulf Coast, and in the 60s in the east. That's the outlook for Sunday. By Monday, the heat spreads back down over North Dakota, South Dakota, into the Plain States, and it's already 110 degrees out west. And then by the 15th, the 100-degree heat tries to spread into Kansas. Again, in no major heat wave for the heart of the Corn Belt. And then watch what happens by the 17th. Much cooler air with rain-cooled air over Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri. We'll see where this sets up. But look how expansive it is, really, for the middle of July. Look at that. Just know a major heat wave is still possible in the first half of August. Look at this, 117 degrees out there in the Central Valley. Ouch, could be problems out there, just too much heat. That might be a little overdone. You think? Maybe. Now, in the last month, you would have thought, but if you read social media a lot, and I've read a lot of ridiculous claims by meteorologists, it has not been that hot. This is the last month. You would think that the United States was in a sizzling heat box with all the heat warnings they issued. And it's been hotter than average in the east and in Colorado and New Mexico and Utah where they needed a break. Look at that. It sort of looks like a dog or something. Look, there's a tail. See that? I just noticed that. Sort of does. Can you see that? Just a little ridiculous. Anyway, rainfall wise, June 7th to July 7th, it's been fairly wet from Chicago to Kansas City and from Joplin down across the south. So nothing too extremely dry except for Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico continues, although some monsoon moisture is going to bring some thunderstorms to Utah. Look at the outlook for the rainfall in the next 15 days. Colorado may get some benefit from the monsoon moisture and that upslope flow from that front coming by. So 2-3 inches of rain would be wonderful. But we'll see if that develops. It's been a struggle out here. And many spots from Wisconsin, Iowa, down to Kansas City have 1, 2, 3, or even 4 or more inches of rain. So a struggle area might be North Dakota, but you might get a timely thunderstorm for your crops. This is our brand new Weather 2020 Vision Dashboard that is in development and being tested now. If you already have it, you can see how clear this one is now, and it's going to be available in the next few weeks, so give us some feedback. But what it shows for Iowa, 97% of average rainfall for the whole state. Below average rainfall northwest and southeast. So above average rainfall in the middle part of the state forecast between now and the end of August. You can see here. And everything that goes above this line is a best chance of rain. So early August, then it's hot. And then late August, another good chance of rain. And this shows you how much rain is going to fall. Pretty interesting. I put this into reports. You can look at it. And this is a day-by-day analysis. Notice the cool spell forecast for the middle of the month coming up. And the 20th, it's actually predicted that. And then it shows above average the rest of the time. In fact, for the whole period, 2.5 degrees above average. Let us know if you like this updated dashboard that's still not out yet, but it will be soon. It's available if you're interested. Hundreds of farmers are now using it. Contact us at hello@weather2020.com. So there is your forecast. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with Weather 2020. If you aren't a subscriber of our intelligence report, you can go to weather2020.substack.com. It's less than $1 a day. Have a good day.